What's going on, everybody? It's the Green Gamer, once again, live on channel Maximum Connection. I figured maybe tonight we would do something with Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Heading out to defend all the defendants that deserve to be defended. Maybe. Yeah, just maybe. Alright. If I remember correctly, this game can get a little spiritual, I guess, at times. So I don't know. If you've never heard of it before, be ready for some craziness. Even in the courtroom. Greta Thunberg. What? Anyways, let's go. Be ready for the gavel. Boom. Yeah, it's already open. Alright. Were there any options I could change? Full auto skip? Nah. Screen shake? Sure. Vibration? Don't really have any vibrations. The text box is off. Okay. No, I don't need to see the credits yet. Any other things? Yeah, that'll work. If I'm not wrong, I can do this all with the mouse, so there's no real reason to change those. Just like that. Okay, new game. Let's roll. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Oh, I have to choose it. Oh, well, there we go. Alright, play the first turnabout. Yes. Love this creaky chair. All nice and squeaky. I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Right. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, yeah. Her. Hiya, Chief. I'm glad you made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. This is a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. My life, everything, it's all over. Yeah, it's him. I'm gonna die, really. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? It's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta help me. Who took my baby away? For his girlfriend's death. Newspapers say it was you. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her, Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That I owe him that one. And that's just what I'm going to do. Gonna get him off scot-free. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court number 2. Right. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Man, I thought I fixed this chair. It's so squeaking so much. Yes, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous. Hi diddly ho lawyering? I know, right? Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge for your client's sake. I hope you can control your nerves. Yes, dude, Mr. Moderino. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Is it Mia? Nah, it's Larry. It's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Don't even know the victim's name. Temporarily? Really? I feel a migraine coming on. Listed in the court record. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? I may have forgotten temporarily as well. Cindy. It must be Cinderblock, right? Cind was in the court record. Nah, it was Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... I think it was pretty obvious in the beginning cutscene, but, with the whole bloody statue. Man, what do you do with the statue again? You poison them, right? Oh, no. You strangle them, right? With a statue? You just start smacking them repeatedly and they get strangled. Oh, my bad. Hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. A statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. The court accepts it as evidence. It's rather heavy, really. Check it frequently. Yeah, a statue in the shape of the thinker, right? What about profiles? Yeah, Mr. Butts. A likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. Cindy Stone, the victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. And then Winston Payne, the prosecutor, yeah. And then Mia. I'm pretty sure, yeah, my boss. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Yeah, dumped. She had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. I don't believe it either. You're lying, Mr. Prosecutor. I didn't lose my girl. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Several sugar daddies. Damn. Yeah, sugar daddies. If I'm not wrong, there are a lot of people with those these days. What do you think of her now? No, OBS is saying there's a problem. You okay, OBS? Do I need to get the statue and hit you repeatedly? I wonder, can I close Steam? I mean, the game's open. There we go. Ah, it got better. Okay. Alright, continue. Phoenix is kind of right. He had no idea. So how was it his problem? I mean, if he found out, like, before the murder, then, you know, it'd be a little bit more suspicious, maybe. What do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm just gonna drop dead, really. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Some of the audio might not go through. My speaker likes to be quiet for a little while sometimes. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh. Okay. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you, or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. What do I do? This might be something he wants to answer to. Send him a signal? Tell the truth. Really. Saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Frank saw it. Of course. You sell newspaper subscriptions, is that correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sarge, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Okay, let's see. First testimony. I was going door to door. Selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quelled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a telephone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was Without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Why didn't you tell the truth? Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? At the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during blackouts? Some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sahwit used was one of those. Yeah, right there, that one. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your per usual. Blackout record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 on the day of the crime. Ugh, excuse me. Alright, now Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. What exactly am I supposed to do? Expose the lies the testimony, in the testimony the witness just gave. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? It's in the evidence. I know a lot of courtrooms that wouldn't hold up the evidence lately. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. Can I look at it right now? Okay. Oh, I should be looking at his testimony, huh? Yeah, that might help. Okay, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay, let's see. I do believe this bar is supposed to represent how credible I am. If I get it wrong too many times, it will eventually just go down, and then once it's gone, that's it, I lost. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just need to find out, like, where he was lying. And then, yeah, present it. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. Wait a minute. If that was the case, then, oh! I see it. Okay, no, I see what to do. Okay. I thought to call the police immediately. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. What was it? Say again? It was out from noon to 6. Oh. Time of death was 4 to 5. Building was out from noon to 6. Okay, never mind. No, I got that wrong. No, I got too excited too quickly. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean no. No, it wasn't, right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. No, he already kind of made himself suspicious when he said yes, and then no. I reached inside and tried using that to call. The phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Nearby park and found a public phone. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6. Okay, so it could have only been the building. Why use a public phone? Being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. What time did you... Oh, this might be the thing that uncovers it. Oh. Wait! 1 p.m. From noon to 6 p.m., so he called it 1 p.m. So yeah, it was the middle of right there. Time of death, July 31st. Well, happy birthday to me. Okay, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So yeah, that's still in the middle of it. The time exactly, it was 1 p.m. How would you know? 1 p.m.? Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Well, what evidence? No, I see it. No, the time of death, it was 4 p.m. How would he be able to do it if it was 1 p.m.? She didn't die at 1 p.m. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this? Well, Mr. Sahwit, how do you explain? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. He said it was exactly 1 p.m. After his testimony, I believe that hard to believe. Did I just say believe twice? Whatever. Mr. Sahwit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? That's a really good question. Way to put him on the spot. Here's the thing, if I get it wrong, like if I completely get it wrong, that bar at the top right, that's not there right now, will go down, and this music will not be playing. Okay, that's all you have to do, point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. I remember now. Would you care to give their testimony again? Yeah, try again, Mr. Sahwit. I'll saw you! Okay, the time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Wow, that was easy to figure out. Oh, but I was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. It was taped. Then how was it playing on the TV? That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. No, you didn't. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I've already found the contradiction. I see. You heard a voice saying time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Yeah, I've got it. I wonder, does chat got it? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. But was it? Was it? How could it? The electricity was out by noon. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of discovery, and this record proves it. Couldn't have heard the television, or a video. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Short? I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Short, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. What if he had a portable electric generator? Damn, you got me there. That must have been it. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Short. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hey, it took me half an hour to get this far, so I'll do the next case as well. Okay, hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Actually, I didn't catch any of that. Or contradictions. Okay, the music changed. So I'm almost there. Okay, actually, I didn't hear it the time. I saw it. A very suspicious mistake. I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry, I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock? Wouldn't that also need to be plugged in? Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. The murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Oh, wait. Wasn't, what was the, blunt trauma? Was it a clock? The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of the testimony or something? Uh-oh. What does this say again? Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Did they say this was the... No, they didn't mention that it was the murder weapon. Uh-oh. Arrived home from Paris, 7:30, the day before the murder. Oh, thank God. Okay. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? With your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Answer the question, Mr. Sahwit. I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. Don't look like no clock to me. The neck is a switch. You must tilt it, and it says the time out loud. And it doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock, after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony? Well, here's the thing. Why would he submit it as a statue if he already knew it was a clock?
The big brain, I'm winning again! Mwah!
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in this witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet, the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. The witness knew it was a clock because he went in. You're lying, Mr. Sahwit. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Prove it? Prove I went in there. I'll do it better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard, Mr. Sahwit. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sahwit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Dude, why is OBS freaking out so much? Hey, have there been any pauses, Mr. Mod? Like, is it skipping anywhere? OBS seems to be freaking out. But it's like only every now and again. I don't know. That panel keeps going red at some point. Alright, whatever. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. Haven't noticed any? Okay. Alright, as long as it's not, like, blinking in and out or anything. That the voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never looked. The clock, I heard no, I saw... Ugh! That's right, Mr. Sahwit. tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death. Order. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? I'd better think it through carefully. The sound Mr. Sahwit heard was definitely this clock. The fact which is clear if you simply just ask her neighbor. They'll let you know. Or maybe the clock's batteries. They'll definitely tell you the time. Nah, try sounding the clock. Here in this court, Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clocks. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? 11:25. So it's 3 hours back. Slow, whatever. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sahwit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sahwit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case! Not a class. This isn't any class. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Sahwit. And look what happens. You almost got proven wrong, Mr. Sahwit. It's because you are a criminal. You liars are all slime. Almost had him. I have failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Alright, from here on I'm not reading the blue ones. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Why was it slow? Right there. Right there. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Let's see this evidence. Well, what can you think? It was running 3 hours slow. Why do you think that was B? That was B? That would be. I mean, she had the clock. But wasn't she somewhere the day before? Somewhere else? Like Paris? The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say Mr. Did It? Well... Order, I say. Foams at the mouth and then just passes out. This case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butch, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. I rest my case. It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. And there you go. That's how it happened. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. Imagine how Larry must feel. My life, it's over. Don't worry about me, I'll be dead and gone soon. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent, the case is closed. My Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Harry? I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Yeah, he was, huh? Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. For her? Wasn't this the evidence that... I made the clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Very. Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? It must be my badge, definitely. Nah, it was the clock. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive. You weren't just some chump to her. This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Poor Larry. He doesn't understand. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. When it smells, it's usually the butts. Hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. I was supposed to believe in him? Since when? Sorry, one moment. I gotta look at something real quick. Okay, alright, no, I'm done looking at it. Okay, and in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Never, ever, ever. Ever! Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? I guess so. How about dinner? On me. Whoa, she's asking me to dinner? That's a first. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. We are drinking to the butts! Speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part. Tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? My first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia." But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Clear episode 1 of... Oh. Well, let's see. It's only been close to an hour. Sure, let's do the next one. A brand new episode has been added. The Turnabout series. Or save your progress up to this point, yes. Yeah, that one. Of course, number 1. This is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. A lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what, is it this time? A clock? It's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. You like toys, don't you? I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. No, she's not. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. It's not working? That's lame. Had to take the clockwork out. Okay, if I'm not wrong, that's supposed to be a component of the next one. Is that the evidence then? Say 9 o'clock to pick it up. Burgers? I could really go for a... Damn, me too. Go for a good burger. Okay, sis. See you soon. Damn it, I'm hungry for a burger too now. Anyone want to hit a McDonald's? No. In and out. Yeah. Okay, anyways, conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. 8:57 p.m. Fey and Co. Law Offices. I'll take what's mine, the papers. But I can't give you what I don't have. You are a poor liar. See it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. You're not cognivorous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see. My dear Miss Fey, I'm so very sorry, but I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fey. And there you go. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fey & Co. Law Offices. Oh, right, the cutscene still continues. Or not. No, that's Phoenix. No. That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. He said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? That's right, Phoenix finds it. Oh, I have to find it. Right. I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia, the chief's, okay. Isn't there a way to... Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. No, I thought I was already in the office. Like, what the hell? Okay, that smell. Blood. And there you go. All too quickly, it began to fade, until finally she was cold. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. Right, fuck is the Q button supposed to do? Oh, look around. Okay. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. Right. I'm supposed... a cushion? The chief's chair. A simple functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in too. And then, right, the body. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. I do believe that's added to the record too. Yep. Nothing else that seems to look like clues here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. Huh? Oh, I didn't even see that. A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. Better call the police. Find out what that girl was doing here. Right, okay, so... that one. There we go. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Holding a phone in her hand. Right. The Fey & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Right. Was never good with machines. About all she used this PC for was email. The ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Blue suede shoes? Where do you see shoes? Or... Large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. Oh. Let's see. I'm gonna check that. Oh, do I need to look at it again? I'd better not use it. Oh. So then... Don't you love it when you forget stuff? The body? Okay, he's repeating himself. Oh, just goes to the option. Okay. No, that's already done. I can only think to go back to the other place. Ah, okay. Where did she go? But who are you? Maya Fey. Let's see. Before Mia dies, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. What? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would my sister write my name? Oh great, my favorite character. Isn't he everyone's? Freeze, police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. See? Yeah, that is an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murderer. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? She wouldn't have. Excuse me? The word Maya here mean anything to you? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention center, visitors room. They have locked up like a criminal, right? Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Sure, we'll go with that one. Better give it to her straight. It's up to you. You're the one in trouble here. Never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. It's okay, I understand. I've also heard about you. I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. My junior partner's first time in court. How'd that go? It's quite the scene. So he crashed and burned? Of course. One of those, strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I didn't mean to insult you. I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... That one? No one would believe I was... Oh, the badge. Let's see. The broken remains of a class light stand, broken beyond all recognition. A department store receipt, with letters written in blood on the back. What about the statue? The murder weapon. Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock, made by the Butts. I think it's this. You mean the one with my name on it? Any idea why she... Do you trust me? Definitely. Don't you think I did it too? The detective thinks she did it. Okay, what about this? This was lying next to the chief's body. They said they thought these were pieces of a broken light stand. Seems about right. Never heard of a glass light stand before this. Okay, what about this? What? Okay, what about my badge? Okay. What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? It's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium, really. Pretty sure that qualifies as strange, don't you? Day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker. The one that Larry made. She said something about that. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her conversation is on the cell phone. Right, recorded it. You say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. The detective took the phone. Right. Detective Gumshoe for you. I'll write you a note so you don't forget. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Right. Medium in training. Or in other words, an acolyte. Especially the women have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. The Fey Family, right. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too. No idea. With ESP and all of that. I hope it's not ESPN. Can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? If I was ever in trouble, I should call him. Refuse. I think this is the kind of thing you should really do yourself. Something wrong? Ask the police to contact him, and they tried calling a few times. Nobody could get a hold of him. They couldn't find him. I have no one left to ask. They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? Giving me until 4 this afternoon. Right. Oh. Nah, I don't need to do that. Let's see. Now I gotta go somewhere. Right, Mr. Grossberg. September 9th, 6th. Fey & Co. Law Offices. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Well, you're that Butts guy, weren't you? Phoenix Wright. I guess I got the name wrong, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? Right as right. Okay. And you were... Detective Gumtree. Nah, it was Gumshoe. Don't go calling me Dick, of course. If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. Right. Start with that one. I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Now, Mia. About Miss Fey, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. Let's see. Time of death. September 5th at 9 p.m. The cause? Single blunt and force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Right. Now about Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. You do know him, don't you? Of course I do. A feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets a divorce. I mean, his guilty verdict. Okay, don't talk about him that way. You make him fairly sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Richard Gumshoe? Right, because people call him Dick sometimes. Alright, I think that's all I can think about. Or... No, I need to, Right, I got the autopsy. Now I need to get the phone from him. Okay, and it was... I think it's that. Did you see Maya Fey's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. You think you could give it back? Sure, I mean... Wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Tell him not so straight. I can't be straight with this guy. Phoenix? Why you gotta say something like that? Or at least think it. Jeez. Something the matter? Oh no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. This? It says the Steel Samurai, warrior of the Neo Tokyo. The Steel Samurai. That action hero on TV? Yeah, you see that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That what she said? Yes. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. We got the cell phone. Holds a conversation between the chief and Maya. Okay. You all done, pal? I'll be heading out now. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. You'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Right, the witness. Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. So you sent her home already then? You're trying your lawyer tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. She's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try and get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Okay. Oh, I saw that. Hold on. Okay, September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while? Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me, and... Yeah, I read that earlier. Okay. I think that's all I can talk to him about. Yeah. Well... Either this one or this one. Let's go to the Gatewater. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Tee. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Let me go freshen up, so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. Oh, don't worry, Phoenix. We all pity him. Okay, the late summer sunlight streams through the window. I am? I didn't know that. There's the Fey & Co. Law Offices building, of course. Wait, I was looking at the window? You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize the face from this distance, though. I was trying to look at the... this. Well, not this. I see. Can I look at the bed? A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Wait. What about this? The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. What about this? A still scene painting. Should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. Nothing suspicious here, isn't there? Nothing at all. Definitely not. Okay, let's just look at it. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Hey, hey! What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? I thought she was going to explode. Let's see. What you witnessed. You think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. You know that thing that happened the other day, the bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Just who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer! Are you hitting on me? I'm just doing my job. You know, you're cute when you blush. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no, tee. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Okay, the room. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what an amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Not me, I'm just a lawyer. I say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. And I think that's it. Unless I do this again. Maybe late. Oh. Yeah, that's all I can do. Alright, next! Let's go to Grossberg. Mr. Grossberg is out. So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Right. Yes, that's me. That badge on your collar. So you're a lawyer, are you now? Well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? I really don't know how to make him sound. Like, he looks like someone that would have a tough voice. Like he would be coughing a lot. And plus that mustache. Like, maybe like Super Mario, but a harsh voice. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't take cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Well, Mr. Grossberg? Entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. He refused me before I even got a chance to ask. How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly sorry. I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Sorry, my boy. I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. He knows more than he's letting on. How did you know Mia Fey? A long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. Quite a painting. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying it. Okay. There might be something I need to search in here. No, not that. No. The painting. The oil paint is so thick, it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm pretty sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Oh, that's it? Oh, I thought that had credibility in this case. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves, filled with expensive-looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Am I looking in all the wrong places? An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. I know, right? A table for clients. An elegant ebony case. And if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here has got money to burn. What, is that it? No, I thought I needed to do something else. Time of death, 9:09 p.m. Single blood force trauma. Maybe it's got something to do with this. But I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. Okay, so he's not gonna say anything. I am here at the wrong time. Oh, wait. No, not that either. I've got nothing to say on the matter. Nothing to say on the matter. What about this? Nothing to say on the matter. Okay, last thing. Nothing to say on the matter. Okay, so he's not gonna say shit. Yeah, I'm here at the wrong time. I can only think to go back here. Oh, well, alright then. September 6th, 3:42 p.m., Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Did you find the lawyer? I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. Really? Yeah, he looked skin and bones to me too. You don't mean he refused to help? I've been abandoned then. Nah. I've never seen that before. Okay. Day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? I know it must be hard. Kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Right, the clock. Yeah, serial murderer by now. When did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. That's all I need to hear for now. What about your family? Only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. So she could still be alive. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer. And she left the mountain. You live by yourself? Gotten used to it. Had to become independent or I would lose my powers. Damn. Your mother's enemy. About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. They didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. The case was solved. We thought. Yeah, you thought. The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had all been carried out in the secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the medium jumped in on it. Man, I'm reading too much here. Okay, and the media jumped on it big time. Yeah, my words are starting to get skewed. Let's see. My mother became the laughingstock on the nation. White. Excuse me? White? Alright, it was the whites. We gotta put him away. That was his name. Oh, it was a one guy. Okay. My sister told me. White? Just a little longer now, before the state-appointed lawyer, comes, I guess. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Well, that's it. She's screwed. We gotta go home. No one will believe a spirit medium. Now let's defend her. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me to or not. Why? Well, someone else is the culprit. I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was the killer. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior, was that all an act? And the way that lawyer refused to help out Maya. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know. I've been there a long, long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Let's fight this one and get you out of here. I think it just takes me right to the case after this. Or the courtroom. One last question. You are innocent, right? And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. There's something that's been bugging me. Yeah. It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Oh, do I have to... Oh. Yeah, I gotta go back. To the Gatewater Hotel! Oh. Oh yeah, him. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir. Right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the facilities. You've no need of anything. I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Wait. No, hey! Every time I come in here, I end up embarrassing myself. I almost forgot. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, is that what you were going for? Blue suede shoes? Blue Corp, in other words? Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name? That was his name. The guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Now is my chance to see what's inside. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Yeah, a wiretap. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. I'll get to this woman's bottom. I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, Bellboy! Still there? Time to scram. And there we go. To the courtroom! Up, up, and a guilty! September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 1. Yeah, up against him this time. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Alright, Dick, let's see what you got to say. Please state your name and profession to the court. Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of the murder. Very well, sir. Let me use the floor map at the office to explain. Right, the floor plan. The body was found here, by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker, found next to the body. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. Court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Now, detective. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? I had hard evidence. She did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. The first testimony. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already, the defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Maya Fey. Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your examination. I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in the witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It's worked lots of times. Right. Give it a try. Something the matter? I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Right. I rushed to the scene. Pressing. Hey, pal. Don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel. Right across the crime scene. Not sure if it did much. There were 2 people there already. Wait a minute. How did he know Phoenix was there when Phoenix wasn't in the room? When the murder happened? Or... What's-her-face was... Oh no, I was examining the phone when she did that. Okay, no, let's press him anyways. How long would you say it took? Between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? About 3 minutes? Yeah, faster than any cop I know. Okay, our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That one it still sounds a little iffy to me, but the call was made while Phoenix was in the room. No. Maya wasn't in the room. Maya was in Phoenix's office. Knocked out. Your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair. You 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. He does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. Pick my points to press with a little more care. Immediately arrested Miss Maya. Oh, that's right. When Gumshoe appeared, we were both in Phoenix's office. Right. That's right. He's not talking about when the call was made. He's talking about when he showed up. That's right. What's your reason? Why, we had a witness account describing her. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. Hello, chat member. Welcome to court. What about this suspicious woman is Pink's claim has hard evidence? Miss Maya isn't suspicious. And she sure didn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? Yeah, sorta. Pressing can have its advantages. I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Right, another testimony. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Oh no, I'm in court, they find my tank? Maybe. Who knows? Could be in the court record. Maybe I'll use it. Anyways, alright, also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. It's only testimony, Dick. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its examination. Yes, hard evidence. Again. Okay, let's see. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Did you find any evidence? Don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. Oh. A memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Wait. How could he find it if I had it? Just because he found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Then who did it? Who did write it, smarty pants? Could have been the killer. Anyone can see that. You're saying the killer wrote her own name, buddy? Please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Tell us what was written on that memo you found. The word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the... Wait! That's it! The autopsy report. Death was instantaneous. How could she write the name herself? Well... Would you like to interject my statement, chat? How did she write the name? Present. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Miss Maya Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks, now is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? That's not it, Mr. Dick. You have it backwards, detective. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. No buts-ing your way out of this one, detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? Uh-oh. Yeah, when did I get that autopsy report? Uh-oh. Oh, the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate, due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. That's Edgeworth for you. It's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Yeah, damn it, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Uh-oh. No, that'd be too far. Pardon me. Department store receipt with letters written in the... No, that's not gonna do it. What was this one all about again? Papers... No. 9:27 a.m. I don't think that's gonna help. Oh, no, there's too much time between it. Alright, nope, I don't know what to say. The detective is a sham. I'm gonna lose some HP, aren't I? How could you give me a faulty report? Oh, thank God I got it right. Okay. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. It's the detective's paycheck, I know, right? He's not getting paid this week. You are at fault, detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. Poor Dick. Bye, Gumshoe. I submit this report to the record. Or court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was unidentified the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April, May, take the stand. What part of her is innocent? I know, right? Your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. Yes, Arf. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. she's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Arf. Tell us, where were you in the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? I was like, in my hotel room, hee. I checked in right after lunch. And this court is directly across from the Fey & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. The witness's accounts. Right. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. When the woman with long hair, she kinda slumped. That's all I saw. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, wink. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Jiggle jiggle. Well, Your Honor? I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm. I think he was looking at something else that was quite firm. Don't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. How dare you? Edgeworth, jeez. Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Okay. Right, witness's account. Let's see. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? Statue the thinker. Evidence. Wait, it's not... Oh. Mr. Wright needs to examine the firmness? I know, right? They're just so firm. It was like 9 at night, but the call was at 9:27 a.m. Damn it! Okay. Yeah, 9 p.m., but the call was at 9 a.m., so no, the phone can't work for it. Check. Right. Miss What's-Her-Face's, whatever, let's call her Pinky. Yeah, that was her view, pretty much. The door is there, and then What's-Her-Face could see it from, like, here. If the body was here, and the window was a little bit upwards, how did she even see the body? Is that very firm? But I don't think I can use that as the thing. Let's see. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? Let's press her. Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. I sorta, you know, I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Go for it. How far I can run with this. Surely, you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have the badgering of my witness. You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. We all know why she's fighting, or they're fighting for her. Okay, order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Oh, is that gonna put damage in my thing? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Oh, no it didn't. Okay. I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Okay, no, thinking of the view she had, she may have seen it. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. I kinda question it. That testimony stinks. What? Uh-oh. You must be... Nothing. Dude, is that... Dude, what the fuck? Is that in the game? It is in the game. Is it on OBS? Dude, what the hell is that line? There's a little black line on the top of Phoenix's head. Right. Did you really see the defendant at all? And now it's gone. What's the meaning of this? If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Exactly. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Roar. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Almost had her, right. Gonna play the same one, right? Oh, no, it's redoing it. No, it's doing a new one. Okay. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? I've got one question about that. How does she know it was a clock? I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? That clock. Oh? Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock. How did she know it was a clock? She could barely see it. And it also doesn't really look like a clock, now does it? Let's pressure on it first. Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. Okay, yeah, it did it again, so... Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Ah! Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person, and much the same person, as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order. Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know it was a clock? Yeah, my mic. Oh, damn. Moving all over the place. Alright, let's see. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. I will not. Questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Only once. Objection sustained. You may continue your question, the witness. So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? That's because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fey & Co. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fey & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, I'm not. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. Shut up, Edgeworth. You could have proof that... you have proof that she could not? Maybe. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test. To see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? Actually, I'm curious. What grounds? few minutes after being hit. No. No. Wait. That's right, the wiretap. She knows it was a clock because she heard it through the phone. Or in other words, when Maya called her. Or Maya got called by her. The wiretap was already in Mia's phone. And in that conversation, they mentioned it was a clock. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, this is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed. Objection sustained. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. It couldn't have rung. Members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's broken. That clock's busted. You think? Just look at it, Your Honor. Please examine the clock. See anything interesting, Your Honor? Well, I'm not sure I would call this broken, but I doubt it could ring. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Yeah, fat. Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove that the clockwork was removed? Possible, of course. I have proof. I really do. Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... It is this, right? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to... What is the time? Clock, maybe the statue tells you the time. I shouldn't tell you. The clock isn't talking. Right there. Okay. Yes, it is this. Take a look at this, Edgeworth. That's a very cute cell phone. You have a girly phone. Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Orders. The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. That detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. Starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. The clock isn't talking right now. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Before Maya was ever in the room, the clockwork was taken out. I think this makes it clear. The clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was it at again? I got so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So, the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? I do. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to the court. Well then, let's see it. Please proceed this evidence, or produce this evidence. How the fuck am I gonna proceed it? Proven that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It would be the clock itself, made by Larry Butts. If it smells, it's usually the Butts. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. Oh. And then she goes crazy. With all that firmness. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Did I, lose it? A little. I guess I did. Wink. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you held it. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? One second. No, my Discord's going off. Again. Ah! It's very opinionative. Anyways, order! Mr. Wright. What is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. Now it's time for you to pay. All in one day. Since you're going cray-cray. Alright, anyways. And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it. Uh-oh. I may have gotten something wrong. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yeah, I just proved myself wrong. Uh-oh. It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oops. That's more. The witness has a rock-solid alibi. The poor misguided Mr. Wright. You were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, what exact time? I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy what? Is he trying to say collaborates? Those are 2 R's, not 2 L's though. Corroborates. Whatever, the witness's story. Well, where's the bellboy? She was not at the crime scene, rock solid. Mr. Wright, you've just made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman. If that's the case, then how did she know the thinker was a clock? Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way Miss May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? It would only have to be through the wiretap. Maybe. It's either the cell phone or the wiretap. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. Objection? Objection. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Kinda. Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... Oh, yeah, right there. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up, all of you! That gives you the right to look at me like that, you lawyer! It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that right? Is that it? Right, let's see. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. How to deal with the final blow. Well, it could be either one of those. You did it. Oh, why the wiretap? Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Is this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At this time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, I just asked the bellboy. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Let's talk to the bellboy. The defense would like to call the bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sucking quite low enough already.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. What's your reason? I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to that one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What should I do? Fine. Except for everything. Understood, I accept your condition, Edgeworth. Fell right into my trap. Very well. Court calls the the bellboy? The hotel bellboy to the stand. I just had to call him a hoe, didn't I? Okay, I believe we're ready to the witnesses to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That cheese set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Shouldn't the bellboy have seen it too then? Oh no, 8 o'clock? That's right. I brought it to her at... Oh, no, right there. He should have seen it too if that was the case. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. He's checking out her firmness. I see. The defense may begin in cross-examination. Yeah, I am ready. Let's see. Head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel. In business for... No, that's not it. Received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. No. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot.
Hold it!
9 on the dot, you say? I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 on the dot. If it was 9 on the dot, then he should have seen it too. Uh-oh. Okay, so, right, should have seen it too. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Press on. Ow. Precisely 9 then. Precisely. Exactly and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. Miss May was quite insistent that I'd be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9. Oh, he was outside the room, so he couldn't have seen it. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May. Oh! But there's another thing. If it was exactly at 9, how could have Sheen has seen it? She was too busy with the bellboy. You were sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely. Sir, it's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guests, favored me with an embarrasser, sir. An embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? She was embracing something. Something firm. It's French for a kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. He says sir a lot. Wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good, there's nothing here. Is that it? This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. The witness may leave the stand. Protest. No, there had to be something there. Yes, does the defense have something to add? Let me ask one last question. The charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? So she called at 8, got it at 9, and then... So she was at the door at 9. Oh shit, it doesn't show you if, like when the killing happens. Let's see. Victim of the defendant is the detective, him. An eyewitness to the events testifies that she saw Maya commit the murder. Right, Edgeworth, and then... Okay, so it doesn't mention it. I think it has something to do with the room service. Room service, right. Again, sir. At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Iced coffee for 2. Oh. So there was another party involved. And we don't skip on the ice, sir. Wow, I actually got that right. What did you say? Oh, rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. The good barrister Edgeworth. What? He asked me not to... Oh. If it wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool. Gave Edgeworth his upcompense. I've done it. I've won. Oh, it's almost been 3 hours. I know there's supposed to be a second part to the investigation thing, so we might end it once I'm out of the courtroom again. Okay, Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Edgeworth? Who is the other person? Simple. The man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Now get your oofs in, Edgeworth. Let's start. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? That is all today for damn it. That is all today for the trial of May Fey. Court is adjourned. Okay. So we're out of court, but it's not over. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant, Lobby Number 1. You were amazing in there. Oh, thanks. I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, the other attorney was pretty cool too. With his eyes wide and trembling lips. Really. It sent shivers up my spine. Do I get to go home now? Not quite. But I got a great lead into Dai's trial. That man with Miss Fey. Miss May. He is the key. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Going to find out more about this man. Ugh, pardon me. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. Ask for a full record of April May's testimony. Thought it might come in handy tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, that's only one part of that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in the detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Let's see. Yeah, it's almost been 3 hours. So, save my progress. Yes. Yeah, day 2 investigation. Turnabout sisters. I'm not sure if pressing the back button will just make it keep going, or I need to press the X button. So let's just leave it at that. Oh. Well, let's find out. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the problem. Alright, just leave it at that then. Well, figured out Miss April May's testimony was completely fabricated, and that there was a man with her. Why was that never brought up? Until the bellboy had to say it. Or was at least asked. Alright. Well, hope you found this interesting. I found most of the Phoenix Wright games to be pretty interesting. I think the only Ace Attorney games I have not played would be the ones involving Apollo. Or, I think his full name is Apollo Justice. Those are like the only ones I have not played. Or any of the ones that are involved like going back in time or something. I think they're called, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles? If I'm saying the wrong thing, then I don't know, correct me, but, I have heard of them. I don't think that's the right name, but it's like a court case back in time, and it's not with Phoenix, but it's with someone else. I really wouldn't know, though. I saw the trailer, and then I was like, and then didn't do it. It's not that I wasn't interested, I just kind of didn't do it. It does seem like a interesting way to go about the game, though. Like, go back in time and then figure shit out. I do know there was a Professor Layton and, Ace Attorney crossover. I did play that one. Like, eventually Professor Layton had to take control of the courtroom because Phoenix was in trouble or something along those lines. That was a pretty good crossover. And they eventually had to have, like, Phoenix doing what Professor Layton would have to do. Like, the first case, it was all Phoenix. The second case, it was Professor Layton, or something along those lines. I don't know, it's been a long time since I've actually played that one, too. And plus, I only played it once. I didn't find it that appalling. It was okay, but I don't know. I wouldn't give it a high score, though. It was okay. Alright, anyways. Right. We helped out the butts. Remember, if it smells, it's probably the butts. saved Larry, found out Mr. Sahwit did it, and even started the next one, and figured out Mia was dead. All thanks to Larry's clock. Again. Hope everybody had fun with this. I did. If you did like it, how about you shoot me a like? All in all, why not come join the Discord if you'd like to have a chat and maybe have an easier time with the notifications. If you want to support the stream, check out the Streamlabs link in the description. The Discord link is also in the description, so yeah, there you go. All in all, this has been the Green Gamer on Channel Maximum Connection. As Max Cat says, don't forget to sub. Meow. Alright. Until next time. See ya.